Hi, I am checking in after my call today with Alexi on the Manifesting in Motion class. And during the call, she did an exercise. And the exercise, it was a few questions like, who are we being? What do we want to see happen? And what do we represent? And things like that. Well, when she did that, I asked that question. The thing that came up for me was, I'm getting stuck in my head too much. Do you ever have that problem? Well, I have a tendency to work a lot and get really stuck in my working and not be as spiritual and as I'd like to be or have that connection as much as I'd like to be. And I go back and forth. Sometimes I'm all spiritual and woo-woo, and other times I'm all action and serious. And I have to learn to really balance between the two, because that's where I want to be, in that perfect harmony between taking action and being inspired through divine guidance. So as soon as I got off the call, I pulled an oracle card, which is a card, you probably are familiar with them, but I use the Ask Your Guides card. So you can see the little cheap book here, and by Sonia Choquette, and I love her stuff. She has a book called Ask Your Guides. But I pulled an oracle card, and the oracle card that I got today was Deprivation, Prosperity Guides. And it was kind of interesting when I read it, because it was exactly what I was feeling. And it's amazing that what I pull from these cards, because 99% of the time it's exactly what I want to hear. The other 1% is something that I don't know that I needed to hear, but most of the time it's exactly what I need to hear. So I actually want to read you what it says in about this card, and I'm just going to read a little piece of it, and I think that you'll really like it too. So bear with me for 1 second. So it says, to get back into the flow of things, your prosperity guides urge you to reconnect to the source by being generous in all ways. Any stingy tendencies, even with yourself, only keep you cut off from divine supply. Reclaim your self-esteem by recognizing that you are a trust fund baby of the universe. Your needs will be met easily if you open your heart to receiving the universe's gifts. Connect to this flow by sharing what you can: a smile, a compliment, your assistance, your time. Your prosperity guides message: tap into the abundance of the universe by sharing your heart. Tap into the abundance of the universe by sharing your heart. What's so ironic about this is that what Alexi told me to do was about being more authentic and sharing who I was and being open and vulnerable and not being afraid to put it out there. And I have to admit that there's times where I get really nervous about sharing more of who I am. Not that I'm not authentic or being real, but I've conditioned myself over the course of my life to actually hold back, because everybody comes to me for problems. Nobody really is around when I want to talk or whatever, or I just actually condition myself to think that, my apathetic lesson showing up, that nobody cares to hear what I have to say. So I never talk about my feelings, or I don't talk about what's going on with me, because I always think that people just don't care because they have their own problems to worry about. And this card that I pulled, it says tap into the universe by sharing your heart. And so that's what I'm doing with you right now, and what I'll continue to do. And the challenge that Alexi gave me was every day to do a video sharing what's on my heart and what's important to me for that day. So this is my video for today, and I'll see you tomorrow.